Welcome to video 5. Oh snap, video 5 of your whoa, what was that? Of your course. So, you want to learn tarot. You are one video away from completing this course and being an official tarot pro. Tremendous. This is tremendous news. Tremendous, guys. The biggest, the most amazing, okay? So, in this video, video 5, we're going to discuss spreads and types of questions you can ask your cards, etc. Now, I'm telling you now, this video isn't going to be very long, okay, at all. It's maybe like 10 minutes tops. But let's go ahead and get into what you need to know about spreads and questions. Now, there are different types of tarot spreads. Of course, there's the daily spreads, there's single card pulls, there's past, present, future spreads, etc. There's even spirit guide message spreads and New Year's Eve spreads. There's all kinds of spreads, guys. So I'm going to show you this little thing that I downloaded when I first started learning tarot, and it talks about all the different kinds of spreads, okay? So this is something that would be good for beginners. I don't know if I still have the file. If I have the file still, I might be able to upload it. I don't know. I don't think I do though. But yeah, all types of spreads. This one's for relationship. Let's see. What's the next one? This one is current state of things, etc. Okay, and there's quite a few in here. Best outcome, final. There's and they get deep. Past, present, future. So there is a lot of different spreads you can use, okay? But you also don't have to use spreads at all. When I started learning, I downloaded all these things about spreads, and I have other papers in this is my tarot notebook, if you have ever been wondering since I've been teaching you this course what this is. This is my tarot notebook. This is the notebook I put together of information and things to help me learn. And this is what I'm passing on to you. Okay, so yeah, I would download all kinds of resources about spreads and all kinds of things. And after a little while of using or trying to use certain spreads, like this one on the back, in the back, it's a lot. Okay, so sometimes it can get confusing. After a while of trying to use spreads, I literally decided that I was not going to use spreads anymore. Spreads were doing more damage to me than not using them. Okay, so spreads are not for everyone. A lot of readers don't use spreads. You don't have to use spreads, but some people do find it easier to read the cards and answer your question and whatever using spreads. So you can use, like I said, past, present, future, daily spreads, ancestor message, all kinds of different spreads, guys. Now, beginning with spreads may help you learn how to read better. Like I said, I started off with spreads and I was doing good with the spreads, but at some point they became confusing. Sometimes they felt like they were slowing me down. So it's all up to you whether you decide that they're helping you or hindering you, okay? That's going to be completely a personal preference. So you may feel that you do a lot better reading when you use a spread, okay? And that might be your go-to when you read. For others of you, you will decide, like I did, that spreads are doing nothing but slowing you down and confusing you, and you don't need it. So it just depends on you and your reading style. You do not want to try to copy someone else's reading style, because then it's not your energy. Do you understand? So you want to develop a reading style that is comfortable for you, that works for you, that feels natural for you, okay? Because you don't want to copy someone else, because that's not your energy. Therefore, the readings are not going to be authentic. You have to use your own energy, your own essence when reading, okay? Now, questions that you can ask your cards. There are many, many, many different questions that you can ask your cards. But when you are first starting out, when you are first starting out, it can be overwhelming to figure out what to ask your cards, to know exactly what to ask, because you do have to ask your questions specifically, okay? And depending on how you ask your question, your deck can get confused about what the heck you're trying to ask. So it does become cumbersome at points to try to think of exactly what you want to ask, or say that you don't even know what you want to ask. You just want to see what comes out. Well, then what do you do then? You say things like, what do I need to know right now? What is in the energy for today? Things like that. Leave it open-ended in a way. Not a specific question, but open-ended that way. Whatever spirit, universe, divine, God, Ra wants you to know, it will be sent to you, okay? So that's like if you don't know exactly what to ask. Now, if you do know what you want to ask, but you don't know how to word it, 606 on the timer, I don't know why I was guided to call that out. You can actually go online and download lists or look up lists of types of questions. But I do have one that I can make into a file and make it downloadable, just like I've done with all the other information. That link will be below this video when you are done, and it'll be a page talking about 1 card questions and 3 card spread questions. Okay, I'm going to give you guys that. So you can ask 1 card questions, where you would ask the question and you only pull 1 card for an answer instead of doing a full pull or read or spread, okay? And examples of 1 card questions that'll be on this paper for you is, how can I strengthen my relationship with blank? What obstacle must I overcome to blank? How can I manifest a healthier lifestyle? How can I advance in my career, etc.? Those are 1 card pull questions, okay? So 1 card is going to be your answer. Now, if you want to get more insight, more clarity, more information, then you can ask 3 card spread questions. Things like past, present, and future. You pull a card for the past, you pull a card for the present, and you pull a card for the future. Okay? You can do things like mind, body, and spirit. So you would ask, what is the state of your mind, body, and spirit? Or what do you need to work on within your mind, body, and spirit? And you would pull a card for your mind, a card for your body, and a card for your spirit. Okay? So this I'm going to make available to you, like I've already said, for you to use if you would like to use it to help you ask questions or learn how to ask questions. Now, when I first started reading, I used to struggle with what to ask, okay? I struggled a lot with what to ask. As I learned how to read more fluently, as I learned my own energy and the energy of the tools that I use, the cards, etc. that I use, I started to learn exactly what to ask. As my connection to spirit, universe, divine, God, Ra got stronger, I didn't need to know what to ask as much anymore. It kind of just happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just know what to ask. So this is something that's going to take practice. It's something that you're going to have to learn how to do, okay? Learn how to ask questions. And like I said, once my connection to God got stronger, my connection to spirit got stronger, it was like the questions were like, I just know exactly what to ask, because I know the feeling of the energy. I know how to, you just learn, you just know, okay? So again, that's going to be something personal between each reader and whoever, whatever it is that they are tapping into, spirit, God, whatever you call it, whatever it is for you, okay? So, anything else? Because I told you guys, this is going to be a very short and sweet lesson today, because there's not very much to say about cards and spreads. Okay, so yeah, I already talked about when you don't know what to ask. You can say, what do I need to know right now? What is in the energy? What is the energy of today? Spirit, whatever comes out. Like, so if you don't know what to ask, you can just do that. Yeah, like I mentioned, but I'm going to talk about this a little bit more before I go. The more specific your question, the better. So if you want to know specifically when something is going to happen, you need to ask specifically if this thing is going to happen on this specific time, date, place, whatever, okay? If you would like to know, let's say, If you want to know what's going to happen, but you want to know the events that are going to happen exactly, you need to ask specifically. Don't just say, what's going to happen at Shannon's party? No, you need to ask specifically, what is going to happen with me at Shannon's party tonight or on Thursday? What series of events are going to happen at Shannon's party to me on such and such a day, etc. So the more specific your question, the better. Okay. Also, the more specific your question, the less confusing it is for your cards to figure out what the heck you are talking about. But guys, that's all I have for this lesson. Like, short and sweet. We have one more video left, video 6 in this course, and then you're all done with this course, and then I'll make a new course for you to decide if you want to partake in or not. And the next course, I'm going to tell you right now what it's going to be. The next course is going to be how to listen to, tap into, and trust your intuition. So I feel like you might want to be there for that. But we have one more video left in this course. Video 6. It's going to be about using playing cards for tarot. You heard me. Playing cards. Like, playing cards. You know. Yeah. I'm going to give you a crash course in how to use playing cards as tarot when you don't have a tarot deck yet, but you do have or can get a plain deck of cards. So that will be our last video in this course, guys. I'll see you next week with that video. Until then, happy reading. I love you.